Welcome to a very British route. I am Hammaneggs, and yeah, this is my rolling line layout that I've been working on for quite a while. There's a bunch of stuff that isn't done, kind of going around along that back section, but I'm just going to do some short operating along this stretch, the half that I have actually properly built. I have track work for everything else, but just haven't detailed it, so I'm not ready to run trains on it yet. So here's the kind of the central station building with its 4 platforms as a little town, and I have some trains set up along the detailed sections. So a lot of these are liveries I just grabbed on the workshop, and let's start off with this 9F or whatever it is. So I've installed signals. They obviously don't work because that is not a thing yet in this game, but I'm going to make sure I have the switches set. And then I shall start activating more switches as we go along. One of the things that has been added since I last showed off Rolling Line is these wheels and push rods. They actually work on these locos now, which is rather cool. They've also added these various terrain blocks that I've used for the station platforms and whatnot, as well as some better scaling. Here's a signal box, by the way. So the loco is starting to go on its way. And actually I just realized that I have in fact turned that incorrectly. That's something I'm trying to clear every signal for. It's going past the passenger depot with an engine over in the shed. Past the small town. I suppose I could make it go faster, but this feels comfortable for a steam loco. The signals seem to be, or crossing guards seem to be a little bit bugged, but oh, maybe me staying down there did it. I don't know. That was kind of strange. Here's a little kind of scrapyard with a Southern Pacific loco and some different boxcars and an auto rack. Now this train's coming up through these hills, and it's going to be coming across this bridge. I don't think there's pieces that are good enough to make a support for this whole bridge, so I'm leaving that until later, probably. Although I do have a couple of ideas of how I could possibly do it along here, but they probably wouldn't look very good. And this is the branch that connects out to the main layout. I should probably verify the settings of these switches. Okay, I need to switch that one. That's going to start coming along down towards the docklands. We have a Southern Pacific logo in the background to handle coal. And this is a point that the train's gonna have to start slowing down for a reversal. Unfortunately, since the second rendition of this track, I had made a first one that I had somewhat detailed the section and built this area, but I had saved over it and there wasn't a revert to previous save button at the time, so it was kind of lost. So this isn't quite as I would like it. Not quite sure how I managed to have room for a reversing point here previously. And actually, I think instead I'll back this I could back it into the unfinished layout since I've decided that I don't want it to be out here. And it switched onto the wrong track, but that is fine. I'll just set it over here and then I can reverse to another platform later on. Underground with you. I have some tram lines and staging yards that belong here. And these kind of can cover tunnel sections with a station over here. This by far needs the most work since this is going to have a city and these tram lines along here. Okay, so that journey has been made. Now let's get this one going. We're going to do a similar thing, but I want to take it farther along. Making sure not to have it take that route because that goes onto the main layout. I'll get this start at a low speed. And then that shall be clear for a good distance. So I need to make sure that these switches are set. And I'll have this one go into the center and we can have that just running in the background. Probably should have thought about that beforehand though. this to cross. And verify these switches being set properly. And then it'll stick to there. Go out along here. And I think all this is set up to automatically be in a circle, so I just need to check that one. Yep, it is. So that one's going to continue along its merry way. And this part is kind of inspired by the British southern coast. I forget what the region is specifically, but there's a Brunelian bridge and some other neat train lines throughout there. Was it the Dawlish? I can't remember. So as the Santa Fe is leaving the screen, we now have the New Jersey Transit coming through. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to time it so that both were going across at the same time, which would have been quite a bit nicer looking. I want to get this one running faster again. I don't know what points it starts honking at. I haven't really determined that. Now I need to start slowing this one down, because this one will reverse in. Have I been clicking on the wrong one this whole time? I think I have. Oops. Now normally this would stop over at that main station for the kind of subsurface, but since that platform's already used in that section, it's not completed. I'm going to be backing this in. Just making sure all the switches are set. Now this train's pointing to the platform, so I'm going to start slowing it down. Perhaps that's a little bit too early. Now ideally, and this will probably happen once more rolling stock is implemented, or custom rolling stock, this entire layout would primarily have British locos and the like. And this station is obviously rather short, so it would just have some 4 to 6 car diesel multi-units and pacers and rail cars and such. It wouldn't have full-size trains like this is hosting. And this port land area isn't developed up quite yet because I need to figure out a good way to make some dockside cranes, which I could probably do, but I'm not ready to figure that out yet. But that's the purpose of this little Japanese rail shunter with all these other ones. Or is this a German one? I thought this one was supposed to be Japanese. Ah, that's not the view I meant to take. It is hard to tell. Anyway, so there's these cars out here, and I have this yard over here. Now, how many other trains do I have out this way? Because I think I want to bring... I think I'll bring the steam train in this way, and then I'll bring the other train in to the side. So, let's just make sure that that whole thing's set up real quick. I think I want it to be in on this platform. Just saying all the points out of good habit to keep the main lines clear. This is going to be the location of another station. Oh right, and this is on the wrong track, so yeah, we'll need to move like so. Now that one has a fairly short trip over, I think. So This one requires some reversals, so I'll get this one going a bit more quickly than before. Now I just need to make sure these are set. Yep. I can actually speed it up just so we don't lose that thing to that station so soon. And I didn't need to bring it onto this track actually, I could have just kept it along this one and reversed it that way. So switch cleared. Normally I'd want to clear that crossing on a reversal. And it should be a fairly clear line for a long way here. I still hear crossing guards in the background. And I'm just going to check on the status of the Steam Loco. Okay, this one can speed up a little bit. And here's the Santa Fe diesel, making its way along Kaikoura Coast. This is the center of the map, which is pre-made by Gagepunk, which is the developer. And at this point I should probably just verify the route for the other one. Oh yeah, that one's quite far in along its descent. Okay, it's clear all the way down. I might actually want to get this one slowed down even. Let's be up for a moment. Oh, I need to slow this one down. And I'm just reconfirming, yes, that is ready. Okay, I'm driving the Steam one currently, it says. And I think we're gonna have these two trains going at about the same time like I hoped. The Steam one probably entering a tad sooner. And I need to put that out of the hand. And screenshot. So that's my current project in Rolling Line. A very British route is the idea. And yeah, I'm probably about halfway done with it. I still have all this work. The mountains, the industry, another station in town, and a city. So, there we go. That's what I've been doing currently. I've been Hammaneggs, and have a good day.